Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the Red Gingham. If you're new to the channel, my name is Joy, and in here I show you my plant-based recipes. So how are you, everyone? I hope everyone is having a good day today. Today I woke up not feeling so energized, mainly because of the news that is going on right now, which is about Asian hate here in the US. Now, I'm not gonna go into that. This is not what this channel is all about. But I'm Filipino, as you know, or for those of you who don't know, if you're new to the channel, I am Filipino, I am Asian. So, yeah, I feel for all the Asians out there. So much that last night I posted in my personal Facebook page the line in Burt Bacharach's song, you know, what the world needs now is love, sweet love, no, not just for some, but for everyone. Beautiful song, isn't it? And truly, that's what we need right now. But it is morning here in Los Angeles. It is, what time is it? It's 9:30 in the morning. It is breakfast time, and I haven't had breakfast yet. So I decided to get out of my funk and let's turn that into something positive. So I put some color on my face, some colorful jewelry right here. And let me share with you something I want to prepare for breakfast, which is what I will be having for breakfast because I am hungry right now. My stomach has been churning since maybe about an hour ago. So let's start cooking. Okay, so this recipe is good for one person only, and but you guys can scale up for that. What happened is the other day I made this. I made a different dish using this ingredient, which is eggplant, and I decided I'll just save a little bit for you guys so I can show you how to do it. So I saved this much eggplant, and and that's what we'll, this is good for one person. It's not too thick right here. And in my previous blog post, we did an eggplant dish. And we're going to be the same, it's going to be the same ingredients pretty much, but we're going to twist it a little bit by, instead of eating this with rice, we're going to toss it over pasta. So again, our star ingredient, of course, the eggplant, and then miso, and of course, cooking sake. Again, this is a Shirakiku brand. And again, it says original mirin, sweet seasoning, cooking sake. Shirakiku brand. And then this is red miso or aka miso. And you can tell it is red miso when the color of the miso is a very dark caramel color to it. Okay, so, and then we have green onions for garnish. And let's do this while my pasta is cooking in the stove. Okay, so I just realized my grammar was wrong. So forgive me if my grammar is wrong sometimes here on the vlog. I said cooking in the stove when it should be, I think that is wrong. It should be cooking in the pot on the stove. English is my second language. Tagalog is my native language, which is the main dialect in the Philippines. So, but you get what I mean. I know you do. And okay, so this is just for garnish right here. Let me go back and check the pasta. I think it should be done by now. Okay, so the pasta just got done. It's draining right now. So let's cut our eggplant. Let's cut it into cubes. So this was a very big and fat eggplant, so I just cut up a slice of it lengthwise. So now let's cube this. So first you probably have a different method of cubing an eggplant, but I try to cut it in the center first and then go from there. Because this is pasta, I'm going to try to keep the cubes small. So this is still really chunky right here, so I'll probably cut this in half some more. Okay, I made a mistake. I said earlier that my previous blog post, I made eggplant with miso, but actually what I made was green beans with miso. You can definitely, well, this is what we're doing today. We're going to be making eggplant with miso. First, let me get some water. All right, turning on the heat here, medium heat. Dropping in the eggplant into the pan. So what we're gonna do is cook the eggplant in water first until it gets tenderized. So just add a little bit of water in there and then cover it. And then we'll come back to it to check if it's already been cooked. So we'll come back to that in a little bit. Okay, it's been 3 minutes since I put that on there, and let's check on it. It is boiling. I put this at 9:56. It's now 9:59, so 3 minutes, and it's starting to get tender. So I'm just gonna stir it up, mix it all up, just so it gets cooked evenly. And I have very little water in there, so if it's drying out, then add a little bit more water or lower your heat. And because I have it on medium and I'm kind of in a hurry because I'm hungry, I'm not going to lower the heat. Keep it on medium so it cooks faster, and I'm just going to add a little bit more water because it's kind of drying up, and we're halfway to cooking this. Okay, let's check on our eggplant again. It's 10:04. Remember, I started this at 9:56. Now, how do you know if your eggplant is cooked? Because eggplant is not a very hard vegetable to begin with. I prefer the texture of, it's like a mushroom texture. That's how cooked I want it. My husband, on the other hand, likes it very mushy. So it all depends on how you like it. So for me, I'd like to be able to bite into the vegetable rather than having it too mushy. So, plus also, I don't know if you can tell, that one is like a translucent color now. Now that is already cooked, while some are still kind of, let me find you a good one here. Some are still kind of white in the center right there. So that's a little more, the white part is firmer. When it's still white, it's still firm. But I'm okay with that. Like I said, I like it to have a little bit of a bite. The skin though, actually it's too hot. Let me try to see what this texture is like. And we're gonna continue cooking this into the miso anyway, so. The skin is still a little bit firm, but not too bad. And as we continue to cook it, then yeah, I think that's good enough for me. It's now 10:05. Okay, now there's a little bit of water left in there. I've lowered my heat already to low. Lower it some more. We're gonna add the miso. Now remember, miso is very salty, so you want to go easy on this. some miso paste. So I'm gonna using the back of, I actually use the back of my spoon. Just add a little bit. Go a little at a time, go by taste. There's probably about a tablespoon of miso there. I don't measure when I cook, so it's hard for me to really come up with recipes. And ever since, I've always just used recipes, really just a guide. Ultimately, what you want is, you know, to follow is your taste buds. So now I'm going to add some cooking sake to this miso. And I'm just using this spoon right here. Okay, that's almost full. And then we'll just mash up the miso into that cooking sake. And stir it into the eggplant and let it continue to cook. Let's see, let me give this a try. See if it needs more sake or if it needs more miso. Oh, that is good. Perfect. Just the right amount of sweetness from the sake to counter the saltiness of the miso. So it's gonna dry up a little bit more, so I'm gonna be adding a little bit more as we go, because as this cooks, sits in there, it's gonna dry up. So we'll come back to it later. It is now 10:10 and I raised my heat to low. It was on simmer earlier. Now it's higher, it's low. And I can see that the sauce has thickened. The miso has thickened. And remember, we're going to put this over pasta. So we need a little bit of sauce for the pasta, for the spaghetti. So I am going to be adding a little bit more miso just so we have sauce on our spaghetti. So add that there. And half a spoon, this spoon of the cooking sake. And if you find that this is too salty or too sweet, whatever, I don't think this is not extremely sweet. It's not like syrup. Then you can just add water to tone it down if you find that the miso is too salty for you. Okay. Yeah, let's taste this. This looks salty right now. I think I need more sake. Yeah. So, and you can tell because it's too dry. So you know it's going to be saturated with miso. So you want to add a little bit more sake to it. Sake to it. Okay. Yeah. Tad bit more. Some water now. Just a little just to tone it down a little. Turn down your heat. Every time you open at least that's how I do it. Every time I take out the lid, I always lower the heat, so to lower the evaporation rate. That helps in lowering the evaporation rate. So again, follow your taste buds. There you go. Now for the twist. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me come back. Okay, for the twist, we are going to add a little bit of butter to this. I learned this from my friend. My friend Maro taught me that miso and pasta with a little bit of butter is really good. Now I know butter's not plant-based. This is organic, non-GMO vegan butter. I mean, it's still oil. I'm sure the plant-based doctors, my idols, will be cringing by seeing me, if they saw me using butter in this. But there's no animal fat in here, and yeah, animal products in here. It's basically a combination of different vegetable oils. It is vegetable oil blend. Let me turn this off. In parentheses, palm, soybean, canola, and extra virgin olive oils, close parentheses. Water, salt, and contains 2% or less of natural flavor, defatted soy flour, soy lecithin, lactic acid, annatto extract for color. Okay, annatto is a natural, it's seed. In Tagalog, that's achuete. Contains soy. And it says organic ingredients, certified organic by QAI. All right, so this is Earth Balance. This is the butter that I use, and it's organic whipped. I got this at Walmart. Walmart has this, and I know Trader Joe's has this as well. Stater Brothers has this as well. So this one's from Walmart. We're gonna add a little bit of butter now. And my pasta is cooked. So again, I'm just using the back of the spoon. Turn up the heat a little on simmer right there. So my friend Maro, if you are watching, I am making this dish, this tip that you gave me. Butter on pasta and miso is so good, you said. And at first I was doubtful. I'm like, how's that gonna taste? Miso and pasta and butter? Ugh. And then I tried it. And now I'm sharing it with others. So my pasta is cooked right here. By the way, I use wheat pasta. You know, this is also from Walmart. The brand is the Walmart's brand, which is great value. So they do have whole wheat pasta. If you like whole wheat pasta. My husband doesn't like the taste, but he has no choice. Because I say we're going to eat whole wheat pasta. Now, I'm not going to be able to finish all this for breakfast. Then again, who knows? Because I'm hungry. Okay, increasing the heat here a little bit. So it's now 10:17. And you know, this could go faster if I wasn't filming. If I just did this on my own without filming with you guys, then this is probably like 10-15 minutes. That's without counting cooking the pasta. So let's try this straight from the pan. Do you do that? Do you try it straight from the pan? I'm sure you do. If you cook, you do all that. Got some eggplant. Yep. With coffee, this is good breakfast. So now let's plate up. I'm gonna turn this off now. Plate up, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, let's give this a try. I switched bowls, just made it a little bit more Asian looking. And originally I said I was going to have it with coffee, but I decided to have it with green tea instead. Just honoring Asians today. It's not 100%. After all, we're using spaghetti here, so. Okay, so here it is. We've plated it up. Let me just show you. I hope I don't drop this. Yeah, there you go. Green onions to garnish, don't forget. And the color on the plate of the, well, it's not very purple anymore because it got cooked. It kind of became brown now, but it's still a good contrast of color. The green onions and the eggplant. Okay, let's try this. And no, I'm not using chopsticks, so I'm using a fork. And I'm eating it spaghetti style, but twirling it around my fork. So oh yeah. That little bit of water I added in the end toned it down by quite a bit, actually. So it's not very salty anymore, just right. Just so there's taste, there's good taste, good flavor there. And of course, the green onion just brings it up to a different level. I love green onions, as you know. So excellent. And then a hint of that butter. I mean, I'm sure if it's real butter, it's gonna taste a lot better. But you know, I kind of held off on the butter a little bit too. Butter, vegan butter. Yeah, you can barely actually taste it, but you know, just a little bit there. It's really good. Yeah, I highly recommend this, and thank you, Maro. This post is for you. Thank you for that tip of using butter and miso on pasta together. And of course, I have to add veggies to it. And for this one, it's eggplant that I'm using, and of course, green onion, miso, and cooking sake. So thank you for watching, everyone. Remember, I hope you like this. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, it took a very little time to make it, not counting cooking the pasta. It took us, what, I'd say I started 9:56, I said, and we were done like 10:20, so 24 minutes. But if I wasn't filming, then it will probably be done in like 15 minutes or maybe even less, depending how fast you cook. I highly recommend this. It's really tasty. Till next time, remember, it's all healthy, it's all veggie, it's healthy, and it's tasty. Thank you for watching the Red Gingham. Bye.